Just when you think Elden Ring can't win any more awards, you'd be wrong. The action RPG has just won another one, this time for a Nebula Award for Best Game Writing. Adding to the mountain of accolades it's won last year, Elden Ring continues to gain more titles. This time gaining a Nebula Award which commemorates the best of science fiction and fantasy. In the past, the award has gone to the likes of The Outer Worlds, which received the 2019 award, and Hades in 2020. This year, Elden Ring grabs this title, beating out the competition, Pentiment, Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, Stay, Vampire the Masquerade Sins of Sires, and Horizon Forbidden West. Looking at the list of nominees, the genres stretch far and wide. It's quite the challenge to compare a dark fantasy with lore developed by George R.R. Martin to others in this list. However, it reigns supreme with a new accolade under its already heavy belt. This isn't the first Nebula for Martin though, as he's gained 3 in the past, but this is his first as a co-writer with From Software's Hideaki Miyazaki. If you're still yet to set foot in the lands between, you can check out our Elden Ring review. For all those who are tarnished, drop by our wiki and check out our latest builds. If you want more on this news or any news mentioned in this video today, you can check it out in the link in the description below. Diablo 4 continues the hype train by releasing a story trailer and lore miniseries. We get to see Lilith and the history of Sanctuary in the latest one. This time we get a full cinematic trailer that focuses on the wrath of our blessed mother, Lilith. Additionally, our friendly huntsman is in the middle of the woods. Lilith gives us a much needed refresher on the history of the universe, Sanctuary, and everything in between. In this trailer, Lilith turns up at a church trying to get humanity to follow her. It looks like she hasn't come back to Sanctuary in order to liberate her children. Instead, she intends to empower them in some way. Her motivations aren't entirely clear just yet, but it makes for an interesting way to set the stage. Things look like they're shaping up quite well for Diablo 4. There are questions about whether it will deliver and whether it will have a smoother launch than Diablo 3. If you're interested though in our thoughts about Diablo 4, we have a great video on our channel you can dive into. You can prepare yourself for the upcoming launch by visiting our Diablo 4 wiki and checking out some of our Diablo 4 guides. Announced this week, Blue Protocol will be launching on June 14th, but only in Japan. According to publisher Bandai Namco Online, the game won't be coming west until 2024. For the Western release, Amazon Games is publishing the title for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam. In case you missed it, Blue Protocol combines the multiplayer world of an online action RPG with cel-shaded anime visuals. Characters are fully customizable, letting players express their creative freedom to their heart's content. 5 classes are expected to be available at launch: Blade Warden, Twin Striker, Keen Strider, Spellweaver, and Foe Breaker. Unfortunately, international players will need to hold on until next year to get their hands on this stunning game. It was previously announced that the title would be hitting worldwide release in 2023, but it looks like it's not quite ready to go international just yet. Amazon Games has quite the busy schedule as they have a few projects in the works, most recently announcing a Lord of the Rings MMO. The PlayStation Showcase took place this week, filling us with some announcements, new trailers, and maybe a little disappointment. But if you're a fan of RPGs, you're in the right place. First up, Remnant 2 got a new trailer introducing the Challenge Archetype. Challenges will thrive in any life-threatening combat encounters. They are heavily armed and armed to the teeth with melee weapons and other mid-range guns. The abilities and perks of the Challenger all follow the same theme: heavy everything. Damage, armor, health, and more. Their prime perk is called Die Hard, that literally makes the Challenger rise up upon taking fatal damage. The only downside of this ability is its long cooldown. They can only perform this move once every 10 minutes. Other interesting abilities include Juggernaut becoming an ultimate and unstoppable killing machine. Juggernaut will greatly enhance the user's melee prowess, as both his damage and attack speed will be improved. Challengers can also close gaps much quicker with enhanced movement speed and the ability to simply shrug off damage. We explore more of this class Archetype's perks in our Remnant 2 wiki, so stop by there to learn more about this killing machine. It looks like Final Fantasy XVI won't be getting any downloadable content, at least for now. A recent interview with developer Square Enix divulged that they don't seem to have plans for a DLC or expansion at the moment. In an interview with Creative Business Unit 3, director Hiroshi Taiko shared via Game Informer that the team are holding off on an expansion, at least for now. Their plans involve getting the game out the front door and seeing what fans think of the world of Valisthea. Producer Naoki Yoshida also chimed in, confirming that they wanted to see how fans would react to Final Fantasy XVI before making a decision to move forward with a DLC or even a spin-off. It looks like if Final Fantasy XVI fans welcome Clive's world with open arms, we could be seeing more of Valisthea. This entry is a much darker rendition, set to bring not only emotional damage, but a story about sides of vying power. Final Fantasy XVI also got a dramatic new trailer this week called Salvation, which delved into the story. It recaps the trouble with the Mother Crystals, which seems to be destroying the Earth and the conflicts Clive faces. Final Fantasy XVI will be coming to PlayStation 5 on June 22nd. An action RPG called Phantom Blade Zero with a Kung Fu Punk aesthetic was debuted during the PlayStation Showcase this week. We've gotten steampunk, cyberpunk, and even NASA punk with upcoming Starfield, but here's a new one. Meet Kung Fu Punk. Just as the name suggests, Phantom Blade Zero is a mix of martial arts, wuxia-inspired action with some steampunk thrown in for good measure. The founder and CEO of S-Game unveiled a new trailer at the PlayStation Showcase featuring this unique blend of fast-paced martial arts and the occult. The combat has taken inspiration from movies with even a kung fu expert as the action director. Phantom Blade Zero looks to have a few different inspirations from wuxia fantasy to more gritty dark tones that look more almost Bloodborne-esque. The game is a semi-open world title that puts players in the shoes of an assassin working for a powerful institute called the Order. Things take a turn as Sol, yep, that's his name, is framed for murder by the people at the top of the Order. Escaping from a failed manhunt has left Sol with grave injuries, stumbling upon a mystic healer who has the power to save him. But there's a catch. The cure given only has the strength to last for 66 days. Why not 67 or 65? I guess 66 was a more menacing number. With this limited gift of time, he must seek out who has done him over and fight some pretty terrifying horrors. There's a strong mix of influence from titles such as Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, Monster Hunter, and even Souls-likes. Phantom Blade Zero doesn't seem to have a release window yet, but it is being developed for PlayStation 5. Granblue Fantasy Relink got a new trailer also at the showcase, and the announcement that the game will be arriving this winter 2023 for PS5, PS4 and PC. The action RPG offers exciting combat co-op mode with up to 4 players, so you can team up to quest and fight battles together. If you're going it alone, players will team up with party members controlled by AI. The game has 16 characters set for the Relink roster, each having their own unique abilities, offering a number of combat styles including combo-based, hack and slash shooters, or even using hexes. Newly introduced, this trailer is Zeta wielding a magical spear that emits flames, matching her fiery personality. Together with these different characters, players will explore the Sky Realm, floating islands above the clouds. Probably our favourite announcement from the showcase concerning RPGs was a trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2. Confirmed in 2022 that the sequel was in development, it had been 10 years since the launch of the original game, but we had yet to see any gameplay footage. The PlayStation Showcase unveiled a new trailer featuring the single-player action RPG. As such, it looks as if the sequel is sticking to its roots, as the original was largely a single-player aside from its pawns feature. Dragon's Dogma 2 will start out in an underground jail just like other RPGs. Your character hears a dragon echo looming over the area. As it stands, we are an arisen yet again. We are thrust into a story to slay this dragon, which symbolizes the world's destruction. One thing that immediately pops out from the trailer is how absolutely gorgeous the graphics are, as the game is being built upon Capcom's amazing RE engine. The sequel looks to be in keeping with the first game's visuals, but with some updates graphically. We get glimpses of things such as monster climbing, meteor summoning, creating our own walkway, and multiple weapon options. Martial classes also get some love. Powerful bow strikes make their way back into the game, as do heavy claymore type weapons. Additionally, we will also get to mount enemies and stab them many times, even flying ones. There's just something cool about slashing at an arch griffin's neck while it's trying to throw you off. Dragon's Dogma 2 will be coming to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, no confirmed release date as of yet. We even have a whole video that goes over our first impressions of this new trailer, so you should definitely go check that out.
Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.